A Lannister always pays her debts.
How every character had a bad ending in Game of Thrones.
House Lannister. Brienne. I always loved her because, yes, she was a warrior woman. Brienne helps Jaime become a better man. When Brienne starts accepting herself as a woman, as a knight, and she finally is knighted, that's powerful.
Yeah.
Arise, Brienne of Tarth, a knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
In the last season, Brienne and Jaime finally accept their love.
The best moment in season 8, Brienne being knighted, she really has a high chance of dying in the next episode. But it didn't happen.
Maybe it is a purpose. It is Jaime just abandon her as a friend, as a lover, as a soldier. Okay, a man doesn't give you value as a person.
Their arcs are so intertwined. After battling with her, literally facing death, and then like 2 nights later, it's like, I really think I'm a bad person, so I'm going to make you feel horrible about this, and I'm just going to go because you're not worth my love. Brienne then is the lady commander of the Kingsguard.
So it's good. Where is her oath to the Stark daughters?
It's basically what's been driving her for seasons. She literally has a sword that's called Oath Keeper to keep her oath to Catelyn Stark. Braun started as a mercenary. He meets Tyrion. As contrite as can be, there is a friendship there. And Braun goes with Jaime and helps him fight again, and it just strengthens that bond he has with the Lannister brothers.
Second layer.
In season 8, he's in King's Landing, and enjoying his best life. He's paid to go and kill Tyrion and Jaime. He literally punches Tyrion. Give me your money unless you want to die. It's not in a joking way, and it just completely ignores their relationship, the bonds they have formed through the years. We could be meeting him for the first time, it would make no difference. It's like there's no story there at all. And it's hilarious that he becomes master of coin when in the earlier seasons he literally admitted he didn't even know how loans worked.
Tyrion. He was a little person. Finally, some diversity. Even though he was always a renegade from his family, only Jaime was always helping him. When the disaster disrupts Westeros,
He finally gets recognized for his value.
Finally, he earns allies like Varys and Daenerys.
Yeah.
I think that he sees Daenerys as the true queen that, for example, his sister Cersei couldn't be.
Even before season 8, thank you Tyrion, you're giving great advice. I mean, we just lost House Martell, House Greyjoy, and Highgarden. He's in Daenerys' side and is making decisions that go against her.
Even so, after living through hell with Cersei, he tries to save her. Why? In the Battle of Winterfell, he stays in the crypts, sitting around.
But it's ridiculous. We saw in Blackwater how much of a difference a good strategist in camp can make.
We've got brave men knocking at our door. Let's go kill them!
Is also starting to doubt her. All Daenerys has done is following his advice. And now he's like, I'm not sure she's of sound mind.
Yeah, because who follows my advice?
When Sansa tells him that Jon is a Targaryen, he tells his queen, right? No. He tells Varys. He then betrays Varys and tells Daenerys, oh yo, Varys is conspiring against you. He's officially on Dany's side. He lets Jaime try to free Cersei. So yeah, he basically lets his brother, one of the only people that has always supported him, walk to his death. He is a prisoner now, but while he is in his trial, he decides Braun should be the ruler. But apparently everyone agrees, because he has the better story. What? Tyrion becomes hand of the king. He betrayed his last queen, and all the kings and queens he serves are dead. Tyrion, you were amazing. Now, just a shell of who he used to be.
Sandor Clegane. He was traumatized by his brother. He's basically a scarred man, physically and emotionally. He finally begins to grow and he meets Sansa and needs to protect her. And grows even more with Arya. He still has that revenge feeling inside him. And because of that, the internet created the Clegane Ball. I never liked because I hate siblings being violent with each other.
I liked the idea that Sandor would confront Gregor in some way. But the more you think about about Sandor's character is that the only thing he's destined to do.
When he says to Arya, stop the revenge. Either the two of them will get their revenge or none.
Especially because he found value and worth in himself.
Our dear Sandor Clegane finally confronts his brother, dying through fire by his brother's hand.
You can never escape your trauma. They paint it as a full circle moment. It's such a bad message. He could die by his brother's hand, saving Arya. He didn't die for revenge, he died for someone he cared about. That would really show his character arc. Hilarious Sand, the amazing, strong mother, partner, and politician. You could argue that the Dorne plot has nothing to do with what happens in the books, but she still took action and tried to do something. She was basically the last representation we had of Dorne, and she's completely forgotten. She's a prisoner in the Red Keep. She dies, if she's still there.
We suppose that she died because in the council
There was a Dorne
representative.
amazing. One of the major houses of Westeros just forgotten like that.
Cersei. She was a nice villain because she was always a cunning woman, manipulating things around her. When she loses her children,
She basically became the queen of the Seven Kingdoms. She basically gains Euron and the Iron Fleet. She makes a contract with the Golden Company, but they don't really make that much for her.
decisions that she needs to make to defend King's Landing, and what she does is like, the Scorpions are doing nothing. If destroy my city, what I'm going to do? That's not Cersei.
She gets cornered and then she attacks. Man.
Exactly. She didn't have nothing to attack, to defend, to retain her power.
It's not like she's crazy about wildfire now.
No.
And then we had her pregnancy.
I forgot about it.
They could honestly go two ways with Cersei.
Okay.
Either they try to humanize her through her child, or they could go for the full blown out villain arc. She goes out on her own way, she blows everything. But no, then she finds Jaime, and she literally dies in Jaime's arms. This is the person that has completely trapped Jaime in such a toxic cycle.
Yeah.
Now in the end she's like, I'm not alone, I am with the man I love. Trampled by rocks! Come on, it's Cersei! She deserves an epic death.
Euron. Euron sounds like just a typical villain that does really nothing and just... When he kills with only one shot the dragon, okay, he at least is competent. We start to fear him, so he tries to kill Jaime, swimming like a marvelous athlete. He basically wounds Jaime to death, and from a mysterious and complex character in the books, he's just like a flat antagonist. I even forgot about his king ambition.
Oh yeah, because that's what he wanted in the first place.
So we don't have any closure with Yara.
It's Jaime Lannister. What we get from him is that he is an awful man. He's so dependent of Cersei, stuck in this abusive relationship with her. And then he meets Brienne. He opens up about his Kingslayer past after spending so much time with Brienne and learning to care about her and not only himself or Cersei. He really becomes a better man and refines his values. When he finally comes back to King's Landing and sees Cersei being throned Queen of Westeros, he decided, I am better than this, and I'm going to go to the north to help defend humanity. And he joins the Great War.
And he joins Brienne finally. I watch Braun when Jaime Lannister gets up.
Any knight can make another knight. I'll prove it. Kneel, Lady Brienne.
And finally accepting her love, he will at least or die beside Brienne fighting the Night King.
Or you know, when we see him survive the battle, at least I thought he finally found his place, he found himself, he's happy with Brienne, he can escape the toxic life he had.
So, when Jaime turns to Brienne and says, well, goodbye, abandons Brienne, abandons his future life that could be great.
Honestly, he abandons his values.
He fights a boring fight with Euron.
I really thought that when he left Winterfell that he was going to kill Cersei. Are you Jaime from season 1? Because it seems like it. And then again, that awful message that you can't escape toxic relationships.
Jesus.
You can't become a better person. We've been watching Game of Thrones for years. Everything we went through with the characters just comes to nothing in the end because it's all undone. It's not how you finish a TV show.
So this is the last video about every character having a bad ending.
Some characters had good character arcs.
Please tell us if you agree with us.
Of all the characters we talked about, which one do you think had the worst ending considering their character arc?
But if you disagree with us, please tell us. House Stark, please check out this video. Targaryen House, check this one. Well,
Farewell.
we are Sisters of the Geek.
Thanks for watching!